game better fucking be on.
It's after Thanksgiving. I know y'all done kicked it with family and everything. Y'all got full of that good bird, and that good drink and everything. And we took a little vacay last week because it was Thanksgiving, of course. But we are now back on the air, and this is the Gauntlet Presents Picked Off. I am Denzel Snipes, king of the Sniper's Nest. And to my right, as soon as he gets done with his sports best, is Joseph Jenkins. And right below is Dom Clean Saving DeRubeis. And so, with that being said, everybody go ahead and check us out on all of our programs. Sideline Sports Show is on, or the Sideline Sports in general is on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, also or X if you want to call it, Instagram. And also we got the 2-for-1 special on TikTok as well at Sideline Sports and Sideline Sports 1. All right, so before we get started, Dom, what's going on? I know you're just walking in the door, man.
Read my name. Read it out loud.
Giannis really sucks at math. Okay, what happened?
Oh, you didn't, man. I'm so mad about this. Like, I'm gonna be seething by the time we get to Friday in the Sports Moron. But I got a doozy. Don't even look it up. Forget I said anything. Flashy thing.
Okay. All right.
Like I saw it and I was like, this has got to be AI. And then I looked and I was like, oh my God, it was an interview. I'm like, he really fucking said that shit. Just wait. Like I said, don't look it up.
It's something about his math was wrong. I do recall that. His math was wrong.
No. Save it for Friday.
Okay, fair enough. Well, hey, we're gonna save that for Friday, but we have something for Thursday, and that is our Thursday night football game as we get started. The Red Hot Cowboys at the Lions. Dom, I know you see the Lions got the default home 3 points. The Cowboys looking to keep the momentum going in Motown versus a suddenly vulnerable Lions team. Dom, this is your team, man. Who do you got? What do you think's going to happen?
Excuse me.
I've gone, like, from the time that I saw the schedule until this very moment, I've gone back and forth on this game so many times. Like, when I saw the schedule, even before, it was early season and the Cowboys looked like they suck, I was like, oh, no, fuck that, we're going to beat them. We finally got them at home since we played, at Jerry World the last 500 times in a row. But now, all of a sudden, we're both right there on the outside looking in as far as the playoff picture. And the way we've been playing the last couple of weeks, I'm like, and the way they've been playing the last couple of weeks, I'm like, man, we're really going to lose to the Cowboys. But today I decided we are going to beat them without Frank Ragnow, and that we should talk about that on Friday too. Or I'll sum that up real quick. That is the weirdest shit I've ever seen. Because it went from, we missed Frank Ragnow to, the questions started popping up and they're like, yeah, we called him. He's not coming back. To, oh, he's coming back. To, oh, he's got a grade 3 hamstring strain and he will not play this year.
Yeah, Ragnow failed a physical. He's not coming back to the Lions.
Yeah, and now he's back on the retired list. There is absolutely no fucking way that Frank Ragnow himself did not realize that because I looked it up. A grade 3 hamstring strain is basically like as close as you can get to it without it being torn.
Yep.
I think Dan Campbell finally talked him into it in the days leading up to Thanksgiving, and Frank was like, okay, go beat the Packers and I'll come back. Then we didn't, and now it's grade 3 hamstring strain. Like, no, and no. It was too little too late anyways. Anyways, we're going to win and not cover the spread. I'm hoping
if you win,
it's on a last-second field goal. Well, the overarching picture is I'm hoping by now that Dan Campbell is finally realizing that our offense is not the offense that it was last year or the year before. It's still good statistically, but we can't run the ball like we could. We got no Amon-Ra. Like, I understand if it's fourth and a yard on the other team's 49, sure, go for it. But he's got to get this, 8-year-old playing Madden mentality out of his head, especially when you have a top five-ish kicker and if not the best punter in the NFL, the second best.
Yeah.
Like, utilize that shit, act like a grown-up, get points when you need to, early in the game, or when you can tell it's going to be a close game or points are at a premium. Like, he's cost us more than one game this year by acting like an 8-year-old playing Madden.
So you got the Lions winning but not covering.
Yes, close game, last second field goal.
All right. I'll make this one quick. You know what? I'm really looking at the Cowboys on this one. They've won about 4 straight now. Then with the Lions, you got no Amon-Ra, no Sam Laporta. So this is going to be the game where, and the Cowboys defense has gotten just a little bit better in recent weeks. So
God damn it, Jay! I thought I was going to go because I wanted to be the one to say the Cowboys first. I didn't know why you was going to go to you.
Quite a bit better. I mean,
I thought
to
you were
be
going
honest,
to be, but
I refuse to pick the Cowboys. Like, they're probably going to beat us.
No, it doesn't matter now because he already went before me. I thought he was going to go last, and I was going to be the first one to say Cowboys, but it's cool.
Well, my bad. I'll start on the next one. I'll start off on we'll start off on the normal, but no, I'm gonna actually take Dallas in this one. If the Lions are gonna win this game, Gibbs is gonna have to go crazy. This is actually interesting because last night on the Sideline Sports Show, I had asked the question got asked if there was a running back in the league right now that could be the next one to rush and receive for 1,000 yards apiece in a season, who would it be? And Jahmyr Gibbs got brought up. James Cook got brought up. But yeah, it would have to be. This would have to be a game where Jahmyr Gibbs goes crazy. But until further notice, I think I'm gonna pick Dallas 30-27. JJ, now it's on you.
Well, he kind of ruined it for me because I was hoping that I could be the first one to say that because I'm the only one that's been believing in the Dallas Cowboys the entire goddamn season. And again, I question Dan Campbell at the goal line, continuing to run Jahmyr Gibbs, who was clearly getting crushed every single time and did not use that big bell cow of a running back in the red zone, David Montgomery. I am really annoyed at that because he costed the game by Gibbs was getting crushed. He wasn't getting anywhere. There was nothing he's doing.
Criminally underused all year.
And it's crazy because David Montgomery can also catch out the backfield too, and he gets a lot of yardage from his receiving avenues out. Dan Campbell, y'all ran Jahmyr Gibbs, and Packers knew it. So you made that mistake. Y'all didn't, and David Montgomery scored. Mm-hmm. David Montgomery scored. Jahmyr Gibbs was not the guy that you need to feature in that game. So you lost that on your own because you got down there. You had 3 chances to get 1 or 2 yards and did not use that big bell cow back one time. The first time in being Jahmyr Gibbs got stuck. What the hell? Second time. Okay. You still going to do him. Oh, well, I guess you don't care about David Montgomery because last time I checked.
It's not like he's having an awful season. Like, he's on limited carries.
Yeah.
He's still averaging like 4.5, 4.6.
Sometimes you need to go with the back that is working. There has been, even during Derrick Henry's last year, there were times Justice Hill was in more than he was because the game called for it. Yep. So I go that to say.
Yeah. I get the hot hand thing.
I go that to say, yeah, I think Dallas is actually showing people, yeah, y'all laugh at us what we want, but our offense is definitely elite. I definitely know their offense can score on Detroit. But I also think their defense is going to show up because their defense, especially with Quinnen Williams in the middle, has played 10 times better. I have Dallas winning this game 38-34 because I know Dan Campbell's going to go for it too at some point in time, and I don't think they're going to make it. So I think that's where the whole differential comes. But I think they're going to do a lot of touchdowns. This reminds me of, I think, Dallas and Seattle last year, only this time Dallas wins. But I think Detroit, you guys need to start whenever in that game, Montgomery impacted it a lot more. I get it. He's better. Jahmyr is better, but sometimes he may be better, but he may not be better that day. And today was not that day.
Yeah, agreed. Right. Well, let's move on to our next game. And so the Dolphins.
Real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, today or tomorrow, Would you take CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens over any other receiving duo in the league? Because I would.
I would, yeah. Right now, yeah.
Right, like today. I would.
I think they're elite, but I think there are some duos that are being underutilized or not utilized effectively.
Yes, and yours specifically, Dom, because if they can get JMO going a lot more than they should have, I would take that duo.
I was thinking
we don't have the protection.
I was leaning more to Jamar Chase and T. Higgins because
Same.
I think that they are. You look at their numbers, it's pretty much almost the same thing.
Oh yeah, I mean those are probably the top. They're for
but
sure the top two duos.
In terms about Dallas, like y'all said,
AJ Brown and Devontae, yeah, that's another one.
You may not, but I do like that. But I also think, and we'll get to it as well. And I'm sorry, but it keeps rearing its ugly head. Every time Saquon doesn't get a chance to get his rightful carries, the Philadelphia Eagles struggle. When the wide receivers get off, they don't win. When Saquon gets off, they win. And I'm sorry to say this to those receivers out there, and specifically that number 11. I'm sorry, man. This is not a team where it was 2 years ago where you guys were the catalyst to leading them way. This team is clearly at its best when they're running the football more than they're passing it. Yeah. And that does mean your production is going to have to suffer.
Yeah, but hey, we do have to move on, guys, because we're like 10 minutes on one game. All right, we're gonna move on to our Dolphins and Jets game. Dolphins favored by 2.5. Dolphins slowly creeping back into that race, and they're not dead yet. So, Joseph, who do you got in this matchup, man?
I have the Dolphins in this as well because I do think that they are playing good enough football. I think this is actually going to be a pretty fun game because Tyrod Taylor's starting, and Tyrod Taylor is a serviceable quarterback who is going to at least have some plays in the game. It's not as if you're watching a quarterback that's just going to have a couple 3-and-out drives every single time. Tyrod can move the football. Tyrod can move the football, and he can make plays. And then against a team like this who is just on the same level, the Jets are going to be competitive in this one. I do like that spread, though. I would take the Dolphins in this one. I'm going to take them in this one 24-20.
Okay. Let's see. Bacon Grizzler says Jets are going to play spoiler. They're going to hang 30 on the Dolphins and walk out with a 3-point win. Dom, who do you got, man?
I actually am going to pick the Jets. I don't think that spoiler is an accurate term because it's not like the Dolphins are, right there on the cusp. Although, who was it? Somebody, the Giants maybe, or who got mathematically eliminated last week? The Saints?
I think it was the
Titans maybe.
Titans, yeah, it was the Titans.
I didn't order my food.
Because when they show you the playoff picture right now, that in the hunt column has every single team in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If Miami wins, they will improve to 6-7, and at one point they were 2-7, something like that. So yeah, they're looking for their fourth straight. But you said you're picking the Jets in this one, huh?
3/4 of the league is somewhere between mediocre and not very good. There's a couple really bad teams. And there's a couple really good teams.
Yeah.
But I would say more than 20. Oh, wait, no, that's not right. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. I'll come back to that.
All right. Well, I'll go real quick here. I'm going to go ahead and take the Dolphins in this one. The Dolphins actually have an easiest finish. Let me take a look here real quick. And their remaining schedule is they've got the Dolphins this Sunday. Then they've got the Steelers, then Bengals. That's going to be a tough one. Then they got Buccaneers and then the Patriots. Okay, so they had it easy up to this point because now after the Jets, they're going to be facing 4 teams that'll be fighting for. The Bengals are 4-8, but that's no rollover game, and we knew that from last Thursday. Joe Burrow came back and did what he did to the Ravens, so that's not going to be no pushover game.
They lose.
Did JJ pick the Dolphins too?
Yeah. Say again.
Yes, I picked the Dolphins, but I'm sitting there saying stop the hype train now. If the Bengals lose one more game, they're out the playoffs. So all this Joe Burrow can wheel them back. They lose one more game, they're
Oh
out.
no, I know.
Period.
They're out. No.
Mathematically, they're out.
They'll have 9 losses, and all the other teams in everything will be supposed to be. And if we beat them or Pittsburgh beats them, that's 10 losses. They
That'll be
lose
10
one.
losses, yeah.
We're not going to have the division have 9 loss team as a division winner. If anything, it'd be 9-8. So yeah,
I mean, unless you're the NFC South, there's not an 8-9 division winner coming
they
out.
have
For them, you're not.
they have no room for error. None.
But we do got to move on to our next game. And you know what, Joseph? I'll go ahead and let you lead off because this is the game we've been waiting for.
Really? We have the top showdown of the AFC North? Well, there's a couple questions on this one. Of course, we know Aaron Rodgers has been nursing an injury up and down. Mason Rudolph has played okay, not exactly the best. The Ravens had their worst game on Thanksgiving. It was uncharacteristic of Ravens football. All the turnovers seem to be rearing its ugly head. When it's nothing other than the Ravens stopping the Ravens. Because Joe Burrow was going to do what Joe Burrow was doing. The Ravens were doing what they were doing, but then the turnovers happened, and the next thing you know, the drive ends. Number one, if you hold on to the football, Baltimore actually looks like they will win that game. Congratulations to Joe Burrow for notching his 3rd victory against Lamar Jackson. He's got 4 more to go to be – no, sorry. Yeah, 3rd victory against Lamar Jackson. Okay. He has 4 more to go to have a better record against him. He's 3-6 or 2-6. He has 6 losses. Congratulations for not getting your 7th one. But you got to beat them again. But with that said, we've got the best, in my opinion, the best rivalry of my teenage years to big time years. 6-point favorites at home with Baltimore. I don't know how we feel about that, but I'll turn it to you guys and then I'll pick at the end.
All right. Dominic, who you got? Steelers or the Ravens?
The Ravens for sure. It's a home game. These are 2 teams headed in opposite directions, and I have a lot of friends that are Steelers fans, and I want them to lose out and get a better draft pick and fire Mike Tomlin. Okay. I was just about to say I was almost willing to place a large monetary wager on that Jets-Dolphins game with either one of y'all, or a humiliation bet. But I looked at the forecast. It's going to be 43 degrees. So the Dolphins might win.
It's going to be a nasty one. Just like last Sunday's Falcons Jets game was nasty weather out there. Hey Dom, real quick, try leaving and coming back in. You got an echo.
All right.
Mm-hmm. All right. Oh, my bad. So in this game, I'm going to pick the Ravens. Like Dominic said, it's 2 teams heading in the opposite direction, and I've said this all year long. Joseph as my witness. You don't want the Ravens to get healthy and then get it together and start winning, because when they start winning, they're going to pass you and you're not going to catch them. So I've got the Ravens winning this one. I do think it's going to be a close game, though. I'm going to take the Ravens 24-21. Ravens with a shocking – yeah, I'll say shockingly defensive stop at the end to seal it. Joseph, you wanted to finish straight?
Yeah, I didn't go. Actually, I will tell you this. I'll kind of challenge on that one because the shockingly portion, the Baltimore Ravens defense actually has played a lot better in the last 5 or 6 games. So the first couple of weeks is kind of not the same because there's been times where the Ravens have turned the football over and yet no touchdowns have happened. It's just been field goals or turnovers are down. So they are playing a little bit better. Now, in my opinion,
sans the Bengals game. The Bengals hung 32-1, but go ahead.
Because the turnovers gave them a short field, but they had on a field goal, but they didn't kill us out. The defense still did their job because the Ravens still had a chance to come back and win at that. It's not like it was in the beginning of the year where they gave up 21 points in the 4th quarter. They are a much different defense now. Now they're playing a little bit better. Now with actually adding the additions on, I am going to go the Ravens 27-24 because I think that both teams can score. But I do ultimately think the Ravens are going to have to be the one that has to give the good stop to prevent them. And I think they'll come up with it because I do not think – I don't know. If Aaron's playing, I would probably lean more to Pittsburgh winning. If
Aaron's playing.
He is playing?
Aaron's playing.
Well, let me change that. Let me see how he looks, but I'm still going Ravens 27-24 because we've beaten Aaron Rodgers before. We can do it again.
Yeah,
And so I
stick with
do
your
think that, but it's not even that. But like at the end of the day, yeah, continue to focus on the
Be
Colts.
honest, JJ. Picking with your head or your heart?
My head. As
Okay,
I
fair.
keep paying attention to the Patriots, the Broncos, the Colts, all of them. Stay over there. Let us stay over here. Because even though we did not win that game against Cincinnati, I don't look at that game and think Cincinnati played better than us. I look at us playing sloppy and allowing them to look good.
That's fair.
Including Joe Burrow. Including Burrow in that game. Because Burrow's usually had to come back in some of those games. Don't get me wrong, he gonna get it to do it in the end, but the Ravens made it easy for them. I don't expect that again.
Did you guys see what Joe Burrow said about Thanksgiving when he was a kid or when he was younger?
What do you say?
I heard about it, but I didn't remember. I can't recall.
Talking about watching the Lions lose. Matt Stafford throws for 300 or 400 yards, 150 of it to Calvin Johnson, and they lose.
He's not lying.
Fucking sad facts.
Well, next game.
He's kind of describing his own life. He's kind of describing his own life with Jamar Chase.
This is true. No defense. All right, next game. So we've got the Saints at the Buccaneers. Bucks are 8.5-point home favorites. So can Mayfield and the Bucks stop the Saints from marching into Tampa? Dom, go ahead. Who you got in this game?
Who is currently starting for the Saints right now?
Tyler Show, however you pronounce it.
I can't remember how to pronounce his name either.
It was the guy
Shuck.
that they drafted above Shador.
It's Shuck, even though it's like Ough.
Yeah. It's the guy they drafted over Shador, but go ahead.
It's awfully funny. It's awfully funny how he's struggling, but nobody want to say crap, but everybody got on Spencer Rattler. Energy's different. I wonder why.
I like Spencer Rattler. Honestly, if it was anyone but the Saints or like Tennessee, I would pick them because the Bucks are a sinking ship. Like the worst thing to happen to that team was the hot start they got off to, and everyone talking about Baker Mayfield for MVP, and now the Bucks aren't even in first anymore, are they?
Yes, they're, I think, a half game up on Carolina. Yes, that Carolina. Go ahead.
Yeah, the ones that just beat the Rams. Yeah, I'll take the Bucks, but only because it's against the Saints and they cover. The Saints are awful.
All right.
Yeah, I've got
Joseph, who you got, man?
I've got the Bucks covering this one. I've got them winning actually 31-17 because I do think that they are the better team. I think that they are going to make more plays. Lovely Saints. You benched that guy thinking it was going to look any better, but it don't. But go ahead.
Real quick, I'll take the Buccaneers in this one. This one right here has to be a game where they have to kick because and we'll get to them in just a bit. Wait a second. They're actually on a bye this week, but the Panthers are coming. Tampa, they are coming. They stunned the Rams last week, and like Dom said, that boat's looking like it's sinking just a little bit. So this is a game that you have to win to keep on top of the AFC South. I'm going to take because that division is not going to send 2 or 3 teams to the postseason. It's not going to happen. Only the division winner. So I'm going to take the Buccaneers in this one.
Plucky, tenacious.
They are. They're tough. They're double tough. You saw what they did last week.
They're just like the Derek Carr Raiders, and I love what Derek Carr said because I see it exactly.
I love those Derek Carr Raiders teams.
But he said when they were 8-8 and then turned to 12-4, he said it. When we were 8-8, we were learning how to be competitive. When we were 12-4, we're learning how to win. Carolina's learning how to be competitive.
We're learning how to be competitive. Yes,
that
exactly.
shit broke my heart when Derek Carr got hurt at the end of the year. Because I think they could have made some noise in the playoffs.
I did too.
Carr actually had a couple of votes for MVP that season before he got hurt. He did. But move on to our next game here. Hey, guys, is it finally going to happen? Are the Colts going to win in Jacksonville for the first time in 11 years? JJ, who you got, man?
Well, I do want to of course, I'm giving the Colts praise because of their owner. But I will say what I kind of suspected is starting to happen.
Go ahead,
because they
JJ.
have.
Toot your own horn.
Now, I'm not saying it like that because I did. You weren't on the last time we did it, but after seeing the owner and knowing her positive reinforcement, how she lets everybody feel engaging and wanting to work, I know what
Oh,
that do.
she's great. What's her first name?
I don't know, but I have to. But I know I will figure it out in a second. But I know what that does to me in my own environment, my job that I'm going through now. So I do give them. I don't give them Super Bowl contender, but I'll give them playoff contender. However, I did see this coming because I did expect them to lose to Houston, even though everybody looked at Houston's record. But I thought, okay, their defense is lit. They're going to be able to make something happen. But I got them. I got the Colts winning this game, and I got that 1.5 is for a reason because Jacksonville ain't playing the worst football, and they're 7-4. So I'm assuming this
is
7-4.
Jacksonville in first?
They're both 8-4.
Oh, they're both 8-4.
They're both 8-4. As a matter of fact, I believe Jacksonville actually has a half-game lead in the division.
So how about that? We were looking at the AFC West as being the team, but the AFC South might have 3 teams with possibly 10-plus wins this year. And so that's becoming a stronger division. All in all, I got the Colts winning this game 31-28 because I do think it's going to be a high-scoring game. But Colts, you got to win this one. You keep losing games, you're going to be finding yourself in positions you don't see.
He's got the Jags 23-20. Dom,
There you go.
Up, man.
I think I'm gonna take the Jags, somewhat based on history. Plus, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't looked at the box scores, game logs for the Colts in a couple weeks, but I'm pretty sure Daniel Jones has come back down to earth a little.
Yeah, and I'm actually going to touch on that in just a minute right after you because the Colts schedule. Go ahead, man.
I forgot what I was even saying. Travis Hunter's out for the year now, right?
Yeah, he's been out for the year.
Didn't Jacksonville trade for a receiver at the deadline?
Jacoby Myers.
Yeah, that's right. I just this is why I was so hesitant to trust the Colts because it looked like they were running away with that division, and that is clearly not the case. It's honestly that might be the most exciting division race in the entire fucking NFL. I mean, it's not great teams, but it's 3 good teams.
It's 3 good teams, yeah. You know what? Where's Joseph? I need Joseph back on screen when I explain this. There he is. Okay. So I've been doing a lot of thinking about this, okay? And there had been a bit of a back and forth, Joseph, between you and James. James tended to think the Colts were going to win out. You said the Colts were going to fall off a cliff. You remember that? So here's the deal. Joseph, and someone's got to say it, you may actually have a point. You may actually have a point and be vindicated. I'm not saying it's going to happen.
Right.
All I'm saying is, just like Dom alluded to, the Indianapolis Colts' schedule is backloaded. This is the Colts' remaining schedule. You ready for this? Jacksonville twice, home and away, at Seattle, home for San Fran, at Houston. All 5 games against teams above 500, fighting for the postseason, 3 of the 5 on the road.
Who need just as much of a win as you do, so they're going to be going just the same.
Hold on. Hey, Dom, you're right back. Hey, let me ask you a question, dude. If your final 5 games was Jacksonville twice, at Houston, at Seattle, and home for San Fran, would you say that's a tough finish?
Oh, is that the rest of the slate for the Colts?
Yes, it is.
Absolutely. I think you know how they always say there's 2 sides to every story and the truth lies somewhere in the middle?
Yep.
That's the scenario with the Colts and this ongoing argument between JJ and James.
Well,
suffice to say they're not as good as James thinks. They're not as bad as you think, JJ. They're
I have them
in
as
the middle.
playoff contender, so they'll get to the playoffs, but I never, ever understood why they were considered Super Bowl contenders, just because of the good dang record. I've never understood that, but that's when I started to say, okay, reel it in. They had a great start, awesome. But when Josh Freeman had a great start, y'all weren't saying the Bucks were great back then. So what are we saying about this now? And then I
Exactly.
saw what happened against them when they played Pittsburgh. I saw flashes of what they were worried about when they first drafted, when they brought Danny Dimes in. And I
Yeah.
was like, okay, that's okay. And then I saw what Houston did to him. I was like,
When you
okay,
take number 28 out, Danny Dimes struggles. Go ahead.
exactly. And when you have a pass rush that can break an offensive line down and you have to have Danny make some quick movements and stuff, here comes the interception because that's exactly what happened against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I was it was having a hard time against the Houston Texans. So I just feel like that I need to see you counter that because that's
Mm-hmm.
obviously proven itself. And yes, you stop Jonathan Taylor, you make life hard for him. Harder.
Yeah, absolutely.
Plus,
I'm not sitting up
it's not
here.
like the Colts were beating a bunch of good teams early in the year. They were just
That's what I
they
was
were just
saying. Their
walloping
schedule
the
is
shitty
backloaded.
teams.
Yeah,
They were
their
doing what
schedule
you're
is
supposed to
backloaded.
do. But that
Mm-hmm.
that proves nothing to me, or
Yeah.
very little.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't want anyone to get anything twisted, okay? I think
He still
Daniel
believes in
Jones is playing. I think Daniel Jones is playing some of the best ball of his career this year, But it's one of those things where you still can't depend on him to win the game with his arm. He'll make
Yep.
his plays after Jonathan Taylor gets his. But when you take Taylor out the game, you see what happens. So, but as far as my pick, I'm gonna pick Jacksonville 26-20. Next game. All right. So who's gonna get their second win of their career? Shedeur Sanders or Cam Ward? Dom, who you got?
Oh my lord!
Browns got 3.5 at home.
Who's got the better field goal kicker?
Browns?
I've been waiting all year patiently for Cam Ward's coming out party, but I don't see it happening this week. Low scoring game.
Yeah.
All of the Shedeur slappies rejoice because he wins another game, but it's like, come on, it's the fucking Titans.
Yeah. I think this game
Browns, but not to cover.
Yeah. Wait, Browns,
yeah,
but not to, actually got to cover.
Browns 12, Titans 9.
I mean, it's going to be low scoring. I think it's going to be a race to 14. So with that being said, I'm going to say the Browns 17-6. Shedeur does just enough to when he won't lose the game. This might be a Quinshon Judkins game. In fact, he's pretty much been the engine of that offense. That's another thing that I do want to bring up about the Browns is the Browns, and no one mentions this, the Browns have a very, 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 very young offense. Dylan Gabriel, rookie. Shedeur Sanders, rookie. Quinshon Judkins, rookie. They have a tight end that's a rookie as well. And I think another receiver is a rookie. They have a lot of rookies on that offense, So you're dealing with an offense that's trying to figure it out. Now that defense is still elite. It's still top tier, But I think ultimately, yeah, they're gonna harass the shit out of Cam Ward. Yeah, 17-6. JJ, you in the house, man?
I am here.
Okay. Who you got in this game?
In this game, I don't mind the seasons that either one of them having because again, I have the same rule. I don't look at any bad or look any worse. I just look at what's happening. Shedeur looked better when he had a little week worth of time to get with the team. First team. So I like this because these were the two quarterbacks that should have been the top two picks. Because I think you see the flashes of the talent amongst all of both of them. They just have teams that are still in the early stages on the offense of developing a group. Did anybody name the wide receivers on the Titans squad or the Browns right now? Not Jerry Jeudy, not Tyler Lockett, who's not there no more, not Calvin Ridley or Tyshea Spears or something like that. Then you've got Thrash from the Browns. But my point is, they're also developing. So I would tell them, I do think both teams, if they want to feel comfortable about their young talent and the patience they need, just look over the basketball and see Oklahoma City Thunder and San Antonio Spurs and the Detroit Pistons because they waited on their youth to grow and they're now blossoming and blooming. But I say that to say I got the Browns to win this game because I like their defense more. I think the defense sets the tone for them. I think Miles Gallery gets a strip sack. Sungwell turns it to a touchdown. I got them winning this game. I got this rather low score, 20-14.
I think Miles Garrett's like 5.5 away from the sack record. He may get it this game. He may get it this ball game.
He is definitely the best defensive player in the game this year, hands down.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, far and away DPOY.
He's the main reason why people even gave Cleveland a chance with Dylan Gabriel, because they knew that defense was going to be there to at least keep the game close.
Gotcha. All right, well, moving on to our next game here. All right, so Dom, Uncle Marcus or 9? Are the Vikings going to let 9 loose, or is Uncle Marcus going to get him a win? Commanders, Vikings. Vikings 1.5-point home faves. Interesting.
Did they? Is it officially a fucking quarterback carousel now, or are they going to start McCarthy again?
Yeah, I think McCarthy is starting.
Because homeboy, I don't know how. Like, I mean, it's almost like an accomplishment that dude was worse than McCarthy.
I think McCarthy might be. Yeah, I'm gonna have to double check on that one. But yeah, it's I get it. Like, that's him. He's learning. But the guy behind him, and I know he was at Seattle, but woo, boy, you can't throw a pick like that. I know you've seen it.
How much? Wait, is Jay Daniels out for the year?
They might as well.
Officially, no.
I'm still taking the Commanders because I can't even say better, because better implies good. Marcus Mariota is less terrible than both 9 and what's the other dude's name? Brosmer?
Max Brosmer.
See that sweet interception he threw?
4th. He threw 4 picks, but yeah, that one real bad one when he was
the sweet underhand boy.
Yeah.
For 6 going the other way.
Yeah.
Emory. Yeah.
Yeah, give me the Commanders because they have the less terrible quarterback.
Yeah, that pass was like if I were to say, like, hey, Dom or Joseph, give me the worst Patrick Mahomes impersonation that you could give me, it would be that interception. But Joseph, who you got in this one? Commanders or Vikings?
I think this actually game turns into be a little bit fun one, because the Washington Commanders defense ain't that great, which will make J.J. McCarthy have a little bit more better production than he had in the last couple of days. And inversely, the Vikings defense is pretty okay, and Marcus Mariota is not he's a serviceable backup. He's been able to show that he can go score and be able to meet toe-to-toe. He just went toe-to-toe with the second best team in the AFC. I have the Commanders winning this one 27-24. Because I like them. I like this to get a little bit of points. I like field position to be a factor because I can see both quarterbacks turning it over on their own territory, and I think that gives their respective teams a favorable position.
Yeah, I mean, with Seattle, you hold Sam Darnold to 130 yards passing. You hold JSN to under 25 yards receiving, I think it was. And they still got shut out because they're the Vikings. I'm going to take the Commanders in this one. I think Marcus Mariota gets his second win as a starter for the Commanders. I'll take Commanders 24-20 in this one. The Vikings may keep it competitive. Ultimately, the Commanders pull away. Before we continue, just want to remind everybody that we are live on the Sideline Sports Network. We're also live on James Tatum's YouTube, JT's Point of View, and also on JB Ellis's X account as well. Follow us on all of our great platforms. We're on X. What else? Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok as well. All right, so let's move on to a slightly better game, I think. Seahawks touchdown road faves at Falcons. Dom, do you like this line, or should it be a little bit
more? It's fine. It could probably be more. I mean, shout out to the Falcons for at least getting a prorated amount more of their money's worth out of Kirk Cousins, since Penix is out again for what? This is what, like 5 years or what, 4 years out of the last 7 that he's finishing the year injured.
You mean you're counting high college then, because he only been in the league for 2.
Yeah. I'm honestly, it might go back to high school. That dude is just a walking injury.
And he is
Taller Tua. Remember that?
Still better than Kirk Cousins at this stage. Sorry, I don't see it, and but I've always known this
I mean,
about him.
yeah, but Kirk
I would actually
Cousins
pick
is able
the
to take
Falcons.
snaps. What's the
I
best
would pick.
ability in sports?
Well, no, you just gonna be
Availability.
happy with losing. But I put it like this: I would take if Penix was playing, I got Atlanta winning. Because he's not, I got them losing.
I mean, he wasn't playing that. I mean, he had
He
some
was
bright
playing.
spots. He had a
He
couple
could
good
actually
games.
move the offense more, and he actually could score. Unlike Kirk Cousins can. Kirk Cousins had to get a couple drives in before he can score. And again, this is Penix, the second-year quarterback. Remember, Dom, our expectations will have to be understood and not be unreasonable. Second-year quarterback can move the offense
right away when he was a rookie.
And
correct?
they did look, and he didn't start right, and they didn't look good. Kurt didn't look good. Kurt's not good. He's not good anymore.
No, that's what I'm saying. Penix, like he didn't. It's not like he had a whole full season under his belt last year. Like
right, but what I'm saying is, despite all that, he is still the better quarterback than a guy that's been around for 10 plus years and can't move the football more than past the 50-yard line to the third or fourth drive.
We know how you feel about Kirk Chains.
Oh no, I let that go, but he just proves it all the time. So I ain't gotta say nothing no more.
So you got the Seahawks winning, JJ?
Yep, I got them winning this
I think
one.
we all do.
I'm
gonna take the Hawks. I'm gonna take the Hawks.
27-17.
Bacon says he has a weird feeling of a Falcons upset. I can tell you why on that one, because they might be prone for another big win. I mean, I'm gonna take the Seahawks in this one, but everyone remembers when the Falcons beat the Bills on Monday Night Football, and they've been alluding to that ever since. Who was the QB? I think Penix was. Penix was, yeah. Penix was the QB, yeah. But also, to be fair though, that was a Bijan Robinson game right there.
The Falcons are so frustrating because
Bijan also got the receiving yards too. Who threw the ball?
The Falcons have
and Drake London had a good game too, and Drake has thrown the ball. I'm sorry, no, again, Penix is going to be fine. Just all you gotta do is build your offensive line. He ain't no different from Joe Burrow, if we're being honest in terms of injuries.
Okay, hold on. So in that game, when that football game, Penix did throw for 250 yards, and he did throw a touchdown pass. Now here's Bijan's stats: 19 carries for $170 and a touchdown. He also had 6 receptions for 68 yards.
Yeah, he went apeshit that game.
Exactly, but my point is, Penix is not exactly just sitting there riding the coattails. Kirk Cousins ride the coattails. I'm sorry, but if anyone argues, so what? But the proof is there. He don't play better than Michael Penix, despite how bad Atlanta is. Atlanta's defense keeps him in games. Michael Penix, not for nothing, almost beat the Patriots. I ain't see Kirk Cousins
lost by 1 point. That's true.
Like, I'm sorry, Kirk Cousins is not no more. We don't like that.
Yep. But then, I mean, but there's some of these things like, okay, you got swept by the Panthers. Okay, the Panthers are actually good this year. And in both games, they hung 30 on them. They lose to the Colts overseas, a game that they probably should have closed out. So Falcons just been weird this year. But yeah, I'm going to take Seattle in this one. And yeah, I've got them covering. Okay, so, all right. So another Joe Burrow, Josh Allen matchup. Bills 5.5 point favorites at home. Let's see. JJ, we'll start with you. Who you got in this one? Because I know you said earlier, hey, if the Bengals drop another game, it's a wrap, right? So this is a game they absolutely got to win.
Yes, because I think the team that's going to give them the loss is the team that they play next week. I don't think they're going to lose this one because I don't really know what I'm going to be making of in terms of the Bills. I just don't really know. I don't really know. They're not committing to James Cook like they're supposed to. So I don't have the confidence I used to. They don't have Dalton, Kincaid. Josh Allen is going back to his own ways. And yes, they beat a Pittsburgh team who was relying on Mason Rudolph. But for a time before that, they weren't moving the football. They were not. This team has all the talent in the world and the formula's knocking their face, but they don't want to because it takes away from crowning Josh Allen. So in this matchup, I feel like because I do believe in Burrow's ability on the offense to go against their defense, and I think Jamar Chase does come back this week as well. And that's going to be a big boost for him with having T. Higgins, and then he's got Andre Associas. I mean, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but and they can run the football because Chase Brown's not as a
Chase
serviceable
Brown.
back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so
Iosivas.
Yosevas. So I got the Bengals covering this one, and I'll give them the win in this one because I think it's going to be a little shootout. I'll give it 33. No, 30. 34-30. 34-30.
Okay. All right, Dom, and what about you, man? Who you got in this game?
I'm taking the Bengals because the Bills just, and I've said this before, and I may have got some pushback, but I think early in the season they thought, I mean, it turned out to be wrong because, you wake up 6 weeks later and, Baltimore's in first place. I think they thought that Baltimore was done. They thought that KC was done. KC may be done, but it's like they just keep losing games that they shouldn't lose.
True.
And me and JJ have been in lockstep about this for probably coming up on 2 years now. Like you have a very good running back, and I'm actually trying to pull it up right now to see where he ranks in yards. James Cook might he's less, he's like fifth. What's 82 minus 28?
82-28. I don't know. I'm looking at it too. I'm following you and stuff.
54.
Okay, so James Cook is 54 yards behind the NFL rushing leader, Jonathan Taylor. Both of them are over 200 yards ahead of everyone else. So you have statistically, at worst, statistically you have the second best running back in the NFL, and you're still not going to him the way you should. And I don't think it. I don't know.
It's clutch situations. It's like in clutch situations, they will just stick it to Josh Allen and not kind of lean on James Cook either.
Yeah, I don't understand. Plus, Bengals gonna Bengal. Like they're gonna win just enough games to fuck up their draft pick, but they're not making the playoffs. They'll lose one game somewhere in there. Maybe they'll hang around until the very end and then lose one. But
that's what happened the last time they were at this stage.
Yeah, they were. What was it? So,
because they beat Pittsburgh and then we won.
Yeah, right. All right. Real quick, I'll take the Bills in this one. This is just a game that they have to win and not fall in a deeper hole in the AFC East. They'll still make the postseason, but right now, I mean, the Patriots, and we'll get to them. And actually, no, I think they got a bye this week. They do. But yeah, you see what the Patriots are doing, seemingly running away with the AFC East. But this is a game that they have to absolutely lock down. It will not be a pushover, though. This won't be a layup. Won't be no slam dunk. I'm going to take the Bills. I'm going to say Bills 32-29, one of them wacky scores, but I think the Bills pull it out. Okay.
It may look unsurmountable, but a couple losses, and all of a sudden, is Buffalo in good shape, or is Miami?
Yeah. Next game, and we don't have to spend too much damn time on this one. Broncos are touchdown and a half road phase at Raiders. Is anyone on the panel picking the damn Raiders?
No.
Grizz in the comments. You picking the Raiders? If you picking them, I'll put the comment on the screen.
I'll pick them to cover just because of principle. That's all.
You got the Broncos covering
for funsies.
I'll pick the Raiders to cover just because of the division game.
Broncos Denver's not going to lose this game, but
they keep bad teams in games.
I think Denver is a little bit of fool's gold right now. Like that offense does not look very good the last few weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Consensus Broncos. All right. Next game. Way better game. Potential game of the week. Bears Packers. Can the Bears keep the number one seed in the NFC, or does Jordan Love and the Packers defend home turf? We'll start off with Dom on this one. Packers are 6.5 point home favorites.
This hurts for Dom. Big time.
Yeah, I mean, the last couple of years, we've been on top looking down. I'm used to looking, in years prior, like I've adjusted. My neck no longer hurts from looking up at the Packers in the division, but having to look up at the Bears. Not only are they ahead of us, they're in first. They're the number 1 seed.
They beat you. Said you need to see if they for real, and they believe who they just beat.
I was going to say, good. Yeah, that was a proving ground type of game. Well, they ran their defense they ran the piss out of the ball,
and their defense owned on that off the defensive side. Man.
Speaking of fool's gold, I think we'll get to them later.
Chicago.
This is a prove it game to me. I don't trust the Packers to beat them, even though I should. Like, it's the fucking Bears. You're at home. You need this win. I'm still taking the Packers. Like, not convincingly. Like, the Bears could easily win. I'm still not buying the Bears after last week. Like, the Eagles, they might be on that slide like they were a couple years ago. Like, the Eagles, they got some problems.
Yeah. You know what? It's just living proof of just how tough the NFC is this year. The Chicago Bears have the number 1 seed in the conference thus far at 9-3. You know who else has 9 wins in the NFC? The 3 teams in the NFC West not named Arizona.
Yeah.
So,
Joseph, who you got, man?
So I love it because he said a week ago he had to have a prove-it game, but when he got the prove-it game, it's another prove-it game. Huh?
I thought I said, did I say NFC East? I meant NFC West, but go ahead.
Yeah. I love it. My boy Dom is still not rare. He know he's there, but his ego and pride came back in because they already proved it, but now that he needs another prove it. And it's like he needs another prove it against the team that just won the Super Bowl last year, who is still only 1 game out of that 9-3 type thing. So I'm just like, okay, I hear you.
I'm changing my pick. I'm taking the Bears because I want them to win.
No, I don't. Not even for me. Don't stay with the Packers though, because I believe in the Bears' ability to at least make the playoffs and actually start building something. Because I like everything Ben Johnson said he was going to start doing with Caleb Williams. He has, and Caleb has answered the call every single time. He manages the game when he needs to manage the game. He can make the play when he needs to make the play. Whether you want to like it or not, he is making the plays. He is making the plays. Last time I checked, you don't have to be a high-flying flashing. You had a quarterback that was making the same type of plays when he first got to you guys. Jared Goff was not just slinging it out all around town. My Lamar wasn't slinging it all around town. CJ Stroud wasn't slinging it all around town. They were doing exactly the same thing I see Caleb Williams doing now with this team. What carries in football to win games? Run game and strong defense. What does Chicago have? Run game and strong defense.
They ran for 280 yards on Philly, bro.
Yes. And what can carry into cold weather? Run game and defense. And so then I think the Bears defense is playing much more sound together than the Packers defense. I think the Bears defense is actually the underrated aspect of them. So I actually got the Bears win this game 31-27.
All right. And I will also say this much too. I mean, Kyle Monangai has slowly been turning into one of the better steals this season. That dude is it's crazy because with the 2-man punch, you figure
Who is that guy even?
I think he was a 3rd rounder out of Rutgers. He came out of Rutgers or something like that, man.
He's a Rutgers running back?
Yes. Yeah. Something about Rutgers running backs. No saying Jay. But yeah. But no, I'm gonna actually take the Bears, and this one's gonna be close. This one might go to overtime. I'm gonna take Bears 30-27. Game-winning field goal. Who's it? Cairo Santos. I think it's him. But no, definitely this is gonna be a slugfest. This is gonna be a.
You want to know why I don't buy the Bears, or maybe I'm just barely starting to buy the Bears? They just now got to a positive point differential.
Yes,
and
they
they're
did.
Still only +6.
Yeah. Yeah.
But absolutely. I've been saying for 3, 4, 5 years, I would rather see us and the Bears battling it out for the division. Like, I'm tired of Green Bay.
But that point differential to me screams that when the pressure is the toughest, they clamp down.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, good teams win close games.
Yeah, they find a way
That's
to win.
football.
All right. All right. So we probably shouldn't take too much time on this next one. Rams touchdown and a half faves at Cardinals. Can Stafford and the Rams bounce back from last week's disappointment in Charlotte? Is anyone really picking the Cardinals?
I do want to
Yes.
say this though,
Go ahead.
and I have done it every single NFL week this season. The most bet prop that I have cleared almost every week but one is the Devontae Adams
Johnny
anytime
Adams,
touchdown. That
Yep.
is Matthew Stafford's #1 red zone target, and they
Stafford
getting in
effect.
at
He leads the league in touchdown receptions with 14. He's had 11 in the last 6 games. Keep going.
I'm telling you, if you want to know, that is one where you can live with the loss because you know when they get to the red zone, Stafford is going to try one or two plays to get to Devontae. And nine
Mhm.
times out of 10, he be clearing. So if you're looking for a prop that you could start with to build your lineup, I've noticed it because Devontae Adams at the beginning of the season, his touchdown odds was plus 130. Now it's negative 145. They
Yeah.
know that he's going to be
They know he's
open.
going to. They know he's going to get targets.
I might take Puka and Devontae Adams as my #1 duo because Stafford effect.
Yep.
That's a good one
That's
too
a fact.
because
A man who, despite the letdown last week, he's still your MVP front runner. Stafford may finally win him one, but go ahead, Dom.
I'm with you.
Rams, another chapter or whatever you call it, another check mark in the resume for Matt Stafford's MVP.
Okay. Yeah. Rams in this one, they slaughtered the Cardinals. I think
34-17.
Gris said 41-21. I'm akin to that. Now, I'm gonna say 38, probably 38-13. This one's Rams are gonna be angry in this
I got
one.
35-17.
35-17. Okay. All right.
I don't think they're going to stop their offense, and I think the offense is going to score nothing but touchdowns this game. I see the Rams pretty much not punting because I feel like they're going to be on Cardinals territory most of the game, and they're going to go for it on fourth downs all the time.
Kyler Murray back? Is he alive?
On IR, playing the new Call of Duty. But all right, 2 more games. Next game, Sunday Night Football. Chiefs 3.5-point home faves for the against the Texans. Texans have now won 7 of the last 9. While the Chiefs have been staggering as of late and they're looking to stay alive, they did have a letdown on Thanksgiving at Dallas. Can they get a home W Sunday night, or can the Texans stun Arrowhead?
I think
JJ, who you got?
I think this is going to be a heck of a defensive battle. I think this is going to be a game where it is going to be it's going to come down to Houston's defense, in my opinion, making sure Patrick Mahomes does not get that game-winning touchdown. I do think that it's going to be. I got Houston in this game 20-17 because I think the defenses are going to be the ones that show up. And then when that happens, you do have to rely on your run game. I would kind of trust the Texans' run game a little bit more than Mahomes and them. But this is the one game where if I was to do it, I would probably hedge it. Just because I could see the Chiefs winning. But I actually think the Texans, I love their defense. That defense is hard. That defense is tough. And I think there is one thing that has been a problem for Patrick Mahomes is a pass rush this year. Mm-hmm. It's a pass rush.
Dom, what you got, man?
With my head and my heart, I'm picking the Texans. But please, Houston, please be up by 2 scores in the waning moments of the game because the script writers, the weaselly ass refs, they're going to do everything they possibly fucking can to give this game to the Chiefs. And like, you can't, at the end of the day, you cannot blame the refs. You have to play well enough to where the refs don't factor into the game. And that's what I'm worried about. Like, if it's a close game, the Chiefs could fraudulently walk away with a win, but I'm picking the Texans because fuck the Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Of course I got Houston in this one. I think the defense is really gonna get to Mahomes, take his playmaking abilities out of the ball game. is close though. I'm gonna take Houston 24-20. Now keep in mind, last year not once but twice in both games the referee screwed Houston. This was
You see
apparent.
Conehead?
This was apparent. But this year, oh, hey, it's Cat.
Oh,
But this season it looks like, and not only that, but Dom also, and I think you brought this up also, either you or JJ. But the Chiefs were 12-0 last season in one score games, and what are they this season? Winless in one score games. So if it is closer, it actually favors Houston. I'm going to take Houston 24-20 though. I think a last minute or in the final 2-minute turnover seals the deal. And last but not least.
Just make sure you better watch out for Travis Kelce because I feel like he's going to be an important factor in this game.
Yes, absolutely. All right, and last but not least, all right, Dom, are the Chargers going to charge her? Or are the Eagles going to get back in that win column? Or are the Chargers going to keep their AFC West hopes alive? Dom, who you got, man?
Well, it's at SoFi. So I'm assuming all 11 of the people that live in LA that are Chargers fans, and maybe another, I don't know, 19 that make the drive up from San Diego. There will be 30 Chargers fans in the building, so you can't call it home field advantage. I don't even know. Like, I've not been paying attention to the Chargers lately. They're somewhere in there hanging around. I don't think they can come back and win the division.
They got a good unknown running back too.
Oh yeah,
Vidal.
Yeah, Gore Vidal.
Baby Gore.
Give me the Eagles, I guess. I don't know why. Like, really, I'm hoping for a tie. It's two teams with good records, but I don't think really either one of them are actual contenders. Yeah, give me the Eagles in the shootout because I need those Justin Herbert fantasy points.
All right. And Joseph, who you got, man?
Yeah, you know, it's crazy. As much as this thing goes, I mean, this is the type of team in a game that my brother could win. Like, this is the type of game and a team that my brother could win. And I just, I'm going to stay with the Eagles, though. But I do see my brother making it hard. I do understand that spread. But I do need the Eagles. And I was saying it earlier. I am sorry, guys. I am sorry. A.J. Brown, I'm sorry. But you are not the most important piece on this offense to make it go. This team does not win when you are leading up receiving yards. Sorry, it's time for you. This is your year to have a little bit of humble pie. If you really want to win, you will settle for having 3 catches for 40 yards while Saquon goes for 125 plus. Because at the end of the day, the team is at its best when he's gone. When he's getting going, when he's not being stopped, he is that team, everything runs, everything flows. And so I'm sorry, AJ. You might need to let it go. You can get off, but it's not wide receivers fuel running backs. It's running back fuel wide receivers. If you do that, I got the Eagles winning this game. I think there's going to be some points. 34-31.
All right. Real quick, I'm going to take the Eagles in this one. Justin Herbert had a broken hand. It's his non-throwing hand. And I believe he's still slated to start. I think they said it was day to day. But yeah, I'm going to take the Eagles. The Eagles, they have to win this ball game because Dallas is creeping on a come up. Yes, they are. You know, just when you thought, oh, Dallas is out of it and whatnot, and the Eagles will run away with the division. Believe it or not, fellas, ladies and gentlemen, but if the Eagles drop this one and the Cowboys beat the Lions, guess who's only a half game back of the Eagles? So and JJ said at the beginning of his telecast, he'd always believed in the Dallas Cowboys. Well, they're coming. They're coming. But I'm going to take the Eagles in this one. You better not let me down, though. But say again?
You said that, JJ? You believe in the Cowboys?
He said it earlier in the telecast, yes.
And I said it at the beginning of our season when we were talking about the playoff predictions. I said Dallas was going to be a playoff team. I'm the only one that believed in Dallas.
But I'll take the Eagles in this one. Give me the Eagles 27-20. And with that being said, that is our show, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to everybody out in the comments. Stinger X Factor, Bacon Grizz, thanks for coming up to the show. Y'all follow us on all of our platforms on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, X, and TikTok as well. And we will see you all in 2 days for the Gauntlet. Y'all have a good evening. Signing out.
Good
See
night,
ya.
Pierre, South Dakota.
Take care, guys.
Also, Cade Cunningham, player of the month.